Feel free to check out my TeePublic after the video. Calamity Star Gorath. Based on a story by Jojiro Okami, a Japanese Air Force pilot who also gave the original ideas for the Mysterians, Battle in Outer Space, and Nogra to Toho, Gorath is about a star set on a collision course to Earth as a human race try to find a way to stay clear of its path. All set in the year 1980. Don't you just love classic science fiction set in the future? Okay, seriously, when the hell can I pilot an AVA unit? Also, I love the American poster for this film. I gotta say, it looks really cool, but just read it. The year, 1980. I wonder if anyone ever told their kids or grandkids about how they survived a star that nearly destroyed the Earth. The scene, outer space. I think you're confusing this with Battle in Outer Space, guy. Sea. Yeah, I see alright. The world doomed by a wild sun 6,000 times bigger than Earth. 6,000 times bigger, huh? Looks like it's still got a while before it hits. So during a space exploration mission, the crew on the JX-1 discover Gorath, which increases its velocity as it approaches the Earth, while destroying the JX-1 on its way. Which in itself is a pretty sad moment, especially when you see the daughter of the captain mourning his death shortly after. The film does take its time showing how the existence of Gorath affects those involved in space exploration, and how they observe the star and come up with ways to prevent the destruction of the Earth. According to Dr. Tazawa, played by Ryo Ikibi, who does deliver a great performance, as well as other recurring Toho actors such as Akira Kubo and Kumi Mizuno, when Gorath is close enough to the Earth, it would greatly affect the planet's tectonic plates, resulting in massive earthquakes and volcanic eruptions, and suck the oceans dry of water and strip the Earth's atmosphere away due to its strong gravitational pull. But how do they end up dealing with Gorath, you may ask? Why, by installing hydrogen thrusters in Antarctica just to move it out of the way. As ridiculous as that is, it does result in a very satisfying conclusion, after you've been rooting for the human race up to that point. This film's special effects was directed by none other than Teruyoshi Nakano, and this man loves depicting chaos and destruction. I won't spoil much, but I'll say that Gorath does manage to cause some havoc. Other than that, all the miniatures look fantastic. Now you're probably wondering, is there a kaiju in this movie? Why yes there is. In the Japanese version, ladies and gentlemen, meet Maguma, another kaiju who's been doomed to obscurity. Maguma only had like several minutes of screen time before getting killed off. In fact, Maguma was cut out almost entirely in the American version, only existing in a few shots, and the dialogue was rewritten to avoid any acknowledgement of the monster but to volcanic activity instead. But I don't blame the editors for the American version, because Maguma does just kind of show up out of nowhere. I mean, the Earth is about to be destroyed by a runaway star. I'm sure a giant walrus would be the last of anyone's worries. Speaking of which, Maguma was originally meant to appear and destroy all monsters, but was replaced by Baragon and Varan. As for the star Gorath, it does make an appearance in Godzilla Final Wars. Gorath is very obscure when it comes to Toho's sci-fi classics, but is it worth a watch? Well, yes. In fact, it was praised very highly when it was released in the United States, despite how much was cut out from the original film, with critics even calling it a first-class endeavor, praising Gorath for its cast and special effects. Unfortunately, it would be overshadowed by future sci-fi films such as Stanley Kubrick's 2001: A Space Odyssey and Ridley Scott's Alien. That's all I have for today's History of Godzilla. Stay tuned for next time as we return to an old friend. Thank you for watching, feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys later.